What up though? Welcome back to another episode of Reality Trash TV with Dollar Gillz. I'm your boy Dollar Gillz, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can be friends and we can talk about Baddies West even more. Let's get into it because this episode was spicy. Alright, so the girls finally make it out the house after all the drama, after all the fights, and they get on the new baddie bus, which is super fancy and it looks super sleek with that black paint, but it's not as nice and not as fancy as that private jet that Natalie and Tommy took to Vegas. Then we have Natalie and Tommy chopping it up, and it seems like Natalie already knows that the girls are going to feel some type of way that they took the PJ and they had to take the bus. But you know what? I agree with Tommy when she's encouraging the flexing and for Natalie to pop that shit, because as much work as she has put in, hell yeah, sometimes a flex is needed, don't you think? And then Natalie starts to be a little messy and she starts talking about the comments that Krishan had made, saying that she was the one putting people on and that everyone was jealous of her, which I'm sure Natalie felt some kind of way, and Tommy feels like Krishan should be humble, which I totally agree, because outside of the internet world, I mean, who's Krishan? And then we see the girls starting to get comfortable on the bus. Everybody seems like they're excited. They're ready to party. They're ready to get to the bag. They're ready to get to Vegas. Except for Rolly. Rolly said she's going to bed because her ass cheeks hurt. That is still a lot of ass. The girls start playing a drinking game. The liquor starts flowing. They seem like they're trying to have a good time and just kill some time on the trip to Vegas. The vibe seems right. Everyone seems to be getting along. But wasn't it weird seeing Lo and Krishan not trying to slap each other? Back on the PJ, we learned that Natalie has never been to jail. Congratulations, Natalie. That is an accomplishment. And then we see Lo and Krishan starting to fill each other up. They're touching each other, calling each other beautiful, which is a complete shift from the last two episodes. They went from beating each other up to touching each other very, very sexually. Now in the bus, the liquor's flowing, the twerking starting, the body parts and the tongue start touching. It's getting wild, let's be honest. And then the discussion of Razor's tattoos start. Lo says Razor starts showing her tattoos and she's talking about them and saying that each one of them have a deep meaning to her. But it seems like Scotty wants to know about all the tattoos. Does anyone else think that Scotty was a little aggressive in the way she approached Razor about wanting to see her tattoos? Or is it just me? She kind of pulled on her hand. She was all in her personal space. It could have been the liquor, but as a viewer, it looked a little on the aggressive side. I can't even lie. Scotty's hands were all over Razor. And then the energy shifts. Razor steps back and calls Scotty out for her gayish ways, and she says if she wanted to see something, she's gotta pay for it. Heard that. The conversation starts to get heated fast. Razor starts to yell that she feels violated by the way that Scotty was manhandling her, and I think that's valid because Scotty did have some roaming hands. What did you guys think about the whole situation? Razor's in Scotty's face yelling. She asked Scotty one last time not to touch her. While Scotty was touching her, she squares up and swings on Scotty. By now, security grabs Scotty before she could swing back at Razor. Everyone's tussling, but you know, I couldn't help but to think, damn, poor Rolly. She was just trying to get some sleep and all this shit was going down in the bus. Y'all, you could tell that the liquor was hitting my girl Razor just by the way that she was sitting there, the way she was talking, like she was lit. You hear me? She was turned all the way up. By now, Scotty's on one side, Razor's on the other side, security's right in the middle of them. Razor goes around to swing. Scotty goes around and swings on the other side and catches Razor in the face. I bet that's a long ass bus ride to Vegas with all that shit going on. Seems like everyone is confused about the whole situation and thinks it's a deeper meaning behind the beef between the two, which I don't think so. I think it was because Scotty was really aggressive. Natalie and Tommy arrived at the house first. Then the girls show up, minus Stunna and Kat. Once in the house, the girls start spilling the tea to Natalie and Tommy about what went down in the bus, and then Razor starts to act back up. She tells Scotty to run up. She runs up on Scotty though, and this time security was fast enough to break them up They both swung and it did look like Razor caught Scotty in the face. Razor's mad and now Scotty's actually heated. This is a different side of Scotty we didn't get to see in season 2. I kind of like this Scotty. By now there's a lot of yelling going back and forth. The other girls just suggest that they fight it out. I'm here for it. They go at it for round 3. They both start swinging at each other. Security's right in the middle. And honestly, it looks like Scotty has some force behind those swings. I guess that little hop that she did right before she swung activated the fighting mode. Now Razor's just... oh man, Razor's just the drunk person at the party that don't know when to quit. She makes the comment that Scotty is mad that she took her best friend. She's all over Natalie, kind of yelling in Natalie's face. She's all over the place just yelling and looking crazy. Then we have Biggie trying to calm Razor down in the kitchen, but she ain't trying to hear it. She ain't having none of that. She's just drunk. She's very emotional. And TBH, she's being a little childish about the way that she's acting. We have Lo coming in the kitchen. She really isn't trying to calm Razor down. She's more like just talking to her because she probably already knows that Razor is not listening to nobody. She's yelling in everyone's face, including Lo's. Then we see Razor start to tell Tommy Scotty pulled her pants down in a way that she doesn't like and that it made her feel violated. Then she also says that she can't do that without spending any money. So what happens if she does spend some money? Tommy again, back at it with the good advice. She tells Razor to leave the issues at the house. They can't be acting up whenever they're outside. She's also reminding Razor about all the businesses she has and just letting her know that she's got better things outside of this. But she also suggests to Scotty that they run it one more time to resolve the issue. Messy. We see all the girls gather for a house meeting. In reality, they're just in a circle waiting for Razor and Scotty to get it poppin'. Razor starts to tell Scotty that she knows what she did and she's pretty adamant that Scotty violated her, while Scotty on the other side is saying that they were just talking about tattoos. She just wanted to see tattoos and she doesn't know what she's talking about. That's when Tommy steps in and calms Razor down when she gets too heated and tells her to remember about the businesses and everything she has going on. But did anyone see Tommy try to bring Lo into it and calm Razor down? Things get heated. Scotty starts to yell. Razor's still yelling. And then the episode ends. I gotta be honest with you guys. The intro song is growing on me. I'm starting to like it the more I hear it. This episode was crazy. The girls went from having a good time, turning up, twerking on each other, kissing on each other, to Razor and Scotty throwing hands, and it just killed the whole vibe. One thing about Zeus is they're gonna drag an episode on. I do have to say, seeing Scotty get hyped and throwing hands was a surprise. I didn't know she had it in her, considering she always said that she wasn't a fighter. I hated to see Razor so out of character. From what we saw, she was super lit, super drunk, and super pissed off. I just wanted to shake her and be like, get it together. But I do think she had every right to be mad because Scotty was aggressive. She was touching on her, being all up in her personal space. Let's be honest, Scotty felt like she didn't do anything wrong, which was weird because honestly, she did have her hands and her fingers all over Razor. These girls are a trip. One minute they can touch each other, the next they cannot. What did you guys think about this episode? I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this episode of Reality Trash TV with Dollar Gillz. I'm your boy, Dollar Gillz. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to turn your notifications on and subscribe so we can be friends and we can talk about Baddies West even more. If you want to interact with me some more, see what my life is like outside of YouTube, go ahead and follow me on my Instagram account at Dollar Gillz with 2 L's and a Z. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one.